Hello, and welcome to Kobold's Brew. This video we will go over a very brief overview of each class to tease the upcoming videos for each class individually. So let's get to it. Like I said in my first video, in this book there is going to be 14 new classes. So this is going to be quite a lot. First up we have the Balance Knight. A Balance Knight, put simple, is a divine warrior of the gods to protect the multiverse. And that's simple. Balance Knights are very complicated, but very resourceful and versatile. A Balance Knight could be put similar to a paladin in theme, but in ability they're more like a paladin sorcerer mix, kind of a mix, much more of a mixture of spells with swords. Of all the classes in this book, this is the one that I myself did not create. I have to say this. The person who created this class is actually a friend of mine and one of the other authors of this book. But I just helped them with the editing process of this class and balancing it out. This class was originally created by Alec Van Blarcom. The second class in this book is called the Channeler. The Channeler is a psychic-based class and spellcaster. However, the Channeler does not have spell slots. They can only cast cantrips, but their class features help those cantrips to gain strength and to be on par with other party members, even though they are kind of a weaker version than other classes, but some people don't want to go min-maxy. It's much more flavorful being a channeler. The third class in this book is called the Commander. The Commander is simply put as a summoner and tamer of certain creature types. A commander is really good at taking advantage of action economy, so it is recommended that a DM should approve this class if someone wants to play it. And it is recommended that you do not play this class if you're going to have a party of more than 4 to 5 players, as your turns can sometimes take a while trying to control all of your summons, and you overdo action economy, and it makes it hard for everyone else for the DM to balance the encounter. The fourth class in this book is called the Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight is a martial class that gets to choose an element based on the chromatic dragon types. They, over time, will do more damage with their melee attacks. They will do more damage on the melee attacks depending on the damage type that they chose with their element. The Dragon Knight is like a fighter. It deals more damage than a fighter, but they have less attacks and they don't have any action surges or any of that juicy fighter stuff. The fifth class in this book is called the Gambler. The Gambler is a support spellcaster similar to the Bard. The Gambler messes with cards and with manipulation of luck. Gamblers gain features called bets, which work in a way similar to Warlock's invocations. And every Gambler subclass is heavily based on cards. The sixth class in this book is called the Joke Character. Yes, that is correct. It's always good to have comedy in a book, even though, yeah, this is a joke. It straight up is an entire class that is a joke. You don't have to use it if you don't wish to, but it's still a fully fleshed out class. The Joke Character is a support-based class, but strangely, it's not a martial class, and it's not a caster class. It's a feature-based class, and I don't really have a name for what that would be. But it manipulates dice rolls of itself, its allies, or even enemies, depending on if the situation will be funny if the dice roll got changed. You can flavor that however you want. The seventh class in this book is called the Magical Girl. Yes, I am also serious. The Magical Girl is similar to a cleric in some ways, but has the very classic anime Magical Girl feel, with Magical Girl transformations included. While in their Magical Girl form, they gain different features and heavy buffs to movement, damage, and AC. In addition, the Magical Girls are full casters. The 8th class in this book is called the Rune Carver. The Rune Carver is a very unique class, as it doesn't gain many class features, only 4 or 5 throughout its entire run. But the whole idea is that its first feature it gets has multiple options. It has up to 50 options, which you can choose from, and take additional ones as you're leveling up. And so you can choose which ones are active at certain times. You can choose which ones you want to have known at certain times. The problem is with the Rune Carvers is while they can do a lot of things and could even get a Barbarian's Rage alongside of a Rogue Sneak attack, while they can do that, it takes them it takes some time to set up. It takes an action and bonus action if they want to get a lot of things set up, which means they have to usually waste their first turn. The 9th class in this book is called the Skirmisher. The Skirmisher is a melee-focused class that is designed to be the party's tank, using a beefy D12 hit dice and with many features that pull the focus of enemy attacks towards you instead of your squishy wizard or rogue, a classic tank. The 10th class in this book is called the Symbolist. The Symbolist is a ninja-like class. Its main feature includes creating what's called symbols, which in most cases are copies of yourself in battle to hopefully have attacks hit your symbols instead of you. Your symbols can vary depending on your subclass, and they gain different features depending on your subclass, and they gain health and AC as you do. The 11th class in this book is called the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie rides a Pegasus into battle and uses divine energy to make their strikes a little bit stronger. Valkyries are not only just celestial warriors. Depending on their subclass can change who they fight for and protect, and what their Pegasus could also look like, though that's just flavor for a character. The Pegasus stats are almost always the same, increasing as you level up with you so it can last longer in battle. The 12th class in this book is called the Warden. The Warden is a ranged-based support class who can also use resources to empower their own ranged attacks. Wardens have many options for aiding allies or ailing enemies. They're unique, but meant to be in the back and not in front of the battle. They're also, in addition, half-casters. The 13th class in this book is called the Weaver. The Weaver is probably the most unique class in this book. The Weaver is an arcane caster, and a full caster at that. However, the Weaver does not have spell slots. Instead, a Weaver burns their own soul to fuel their magic, and use what's called soul points to cast spells instead of spell slots. This will be discussed in deeper detail once the Weaver's video comes out, as it is a complex system, and if you want to play a Weaver, you gotta be very careful about using your soul points, because if you run out, you could risk dying. It makes it fun, though. The 14th and final class in this book is called the Witch. The Witch is a class that gains a number of charm points, and they can use charm points to create minor magical charms that either they or an ally of theirs can wear. However, better charms take more charm points, and you can only have so many charms available at one time, depending on how many charm points are being taken up. These 14 classes took a very long time to create, and I would greatly like to hear some of your ideas for different abilities you think one of these classes could have. I may or may not use them, probably not, as most of these classes are already complete for the most part, but it might give me ideas for things that might change or for additional things I might throw in for like optionals, like the gamblers with their bets. Those are optional things I can throw in, or a Rune Carver with all of its runes. You can give me ideas for a weird ability that they could possibly have, and I might toss it in. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And looking forward to the next video will be about the complex yet unique Balance Knight and a little about their subclasses. Thank you.